Hey guys, welcome back to Reasons to Win.
Reasons to talk.
Nope, you started off.
No, we good.
Okay.
This is Reasons to Talk.
Yes.
God, spouse, kids, in that order. Presented by Central Child Church, where we transform lives, produce believers, and impact the world. And Reasons to Win Creative Studios. Check us out. ReasonToWin.com. Boom. All right, what we talking about today, Boo?
Today we're talking about how to transition with a blended family.
Or how did we transition?
How did we transition?
Yes.
Messed up. My bad.
It's everybody different, but
Yeah.
I know I talked to some people, it's tough. But it's only tough when you don't have your expectations put out there. So with us, we had our expectations how we would do with the kids, but at the same time, we still had our ups and downs.
Yeah,
We had to
because it's
adjust.
a learning curve.
Right. But we took from each other and stuff. But anyway, so we are a super duper blended family, as I explained. All right. So we both are divorcees. I don't know how you say it, producer.
Divorcee.
Just okay. There you go.
I don't think that's accurate either.
Anyway, both got divorced.
Co-producer is disagreeing with the producer. Mom, get him in check. Anyway, so I'll explain my part. All right, so I was married before, and the person I married, Tanya, I can say her name because she's gonna be on the show one day, or she already on the show. I don't know when we're gonna do this. Anyway, so she has a daughter. I met her when she was 6 months. Met Zion when she was 6 months. And then when we got married, we had a son together, Elijah King Beeman. And so, yes, that's my area before we got married. So how about you?
So I was married, got a divorce, and we had a son, and that was Cameron. And yeah.
All right. So, and we already did our story. So y'all, go back and look at that. So now we have a whole family going to another family,
Right.
which we call blended family. And the reason I say it's super because I'm Zion's stepfather.
Right.
That's my boo.
Yes.
And Cameron's is my stepson.
Yep.
So yes, and now Candace is coming into 2 step kids.
Yeah.
It's almost like a step kid.
Stepmom and stepmom.
So we had to put this together. But my background, I have a adopted sister,
Right.
and she's my cousin, and so I already had that thing. And I don't know, my family is different with their love type stuff. So it's like I don't care who you are, she's my sister.
Yeah.
And then I already had a little background with Zion because that's my baby, that's my girl, that's my So I didn't have, I'll be honest, I feel a little Zion. I feel a little Zion. It's 10 at a young age of 6, and I always remember that day. But anyway, and then you.
Yeah, and me, I came from a blended family because I also have a half sister. We had the same dad, different moms, but we basically grew up together. Like, I've known her since we was crawling on the floor, like, my whole life. So, yeah. And we're still really tight. I have to talk to her.
The whole family. Go through the whole thing.
I have to talk to her every single day. But I also have a half brother. He's about, 13 years? We're 13 years apart, I believe. And then my dad got remarried. So I also have another step brother. He's younger. And then my mom also got remarried. So I have another step brother. And then he got married and he has, a wife. And so I have it's just big. It's a lot happening.
And I come from a family of 5 kids.
Right.
I have a brother, 3 sisters. My mom and dad, they stay together the whole time. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. That's nice.
So now we got all this in our minds.
Yes.
And now we have to put this thing together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to sit here and tell y'all a lot like it was all 100% grade A, easy.
Yeah. No. It wasn't always peaches and cream.
It really wasn't. So what we can do? We'll talk about the kids' relationship.
Yeah.
How their relationship beginning. I'm gonna tell you, Zion was loving the fact she like when I told her I was dating somebody, we finally got to meet him. It's what was like 8 months in. I can't remember. It was a while before we got the chance to meet, and it was she did your makeup the first night.
She did.
It was horrible, but you look real bad. I almost broke it with you. You know? But so she was good. Eli and Cameron, they loved each other.
Yeah,
and they were fine.
Yeah.
But when we moved in together, they were still fine. It's a
I want to say love hate, but
they got along more. But when they did not, Eli would put his hands on Cameron. Yeah. He really would. Yeah. And then I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Why he's hitting on this boy? And the Cameron was a little different.
Yeah.
And from Eli.
Yeah.
Eli was the rough kid, because that's what I did when I wrestled with him. I probably introduced him to superheroes way too early, maybe.
Yep.
And but that was my football. That was teaching him when he was 2 years old. And Cameron, when I first met him,
he's more quiet.
Yeah.
And shy. No. He was when he got in the beginning.
No, I'm talking about with me. Yeah, he was quiet with them, but when I first met him, he was like, hey, blah, 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 blah. But probably because I was in his setting. Yeah. Too. So he was on his rocking horse. And I was like, dang on, man. Did I skip over Eli's innocent stage? Eli ready to
Cameron didn't know. Toys. Yeah, Cameron didn't know nothing about kung fu, karate, or none of that. Yeah. It was more so.
And then when he brought that vacuum cleaner out, I was like, what in the world is going on? No, that was good, though. Yeah. Because, he's like, hey,
And look at him now. He's so responsible. He's like the most responsible one out of the group.
Yes, he is. He's a little snitch, too.
He is, but,
Super when he was 2 years old, I'll be honest, I had to get used to that. Because it's like, all right, so... When we moved in together, and I had to get used to it because my brothers and sisters, we didn't never really tell on each other. Wayne became a little tattletale, but sometimes that's when he go to the edge. Yeah. We all look out for each other. Yeah. But I understand some stuff need to be told. Yeah. But not everything.
Yeah, he likes to talk. Once he gets comfortable,
Eli,
he talks a lot.
Eli opened his eyes.
He likes to talk. He's a talker.
So we had to, I had to adjust. And then I was a disciplinary, and I had to learn because I pop my kids. All right? Don't counsel me. But I don't go overboard, but enough to let them know I'm here.
Well, and plus we found out with the, different kids require different discipline treatments. Like you can't pop Cameron. No. All you gotta do is just tell Cameron no, and he's gonna be upset and he won't do it again.
Well, I remember we had a discussion. You like, hey, you don't gotta pop Eli every time, right? And I was like, I don't think I pop him every time, right? But I found another avenue I learned from you too. But at the same time, sometimes that boy needed to be popped. He was on some other stuff. Yeah. What was I lying? Because, one time I went a whole while while Papa kept talking to him. And then you look, and then that one time, I said, he keep doing the same thing. And then you looked at me like, what the hell? All I got to do is tell Cameron, when he started to act like, I said, hey, Cameron, you stop. I'm going to get you. He like, whoa, buddy. I ain't touch you, man.
It don't take much for him.
So I didn't really pop Cameron. But once I think they got to a point where they understood the voice. And I don't understand why they didn't understand it with you, but I did the same thing to my mom. And because my dad, he raised voices different. He's like, hey. He ain't had to yell. Just like, hey. Like, my mom was like, just keep going. See what happened. Because my mom used to get to a point, I feel like, she powering up. Yeah. Yeah. Another Dragon Ball Z reference. But she goes and she just hits us everywhere. She takes a belt, trying to pop us. And one time the belt wrapped around my face. I deserve every bit of it. So y'all don't try to cancel my mom either. But she swung that belt, that jump went all the way around me and smacked me in the face. And whatever got in her hand, she got a phone in her hand, but it takes her a while. Sometimes she's like, hey, Daddy gonna come home. And I'm like, oh no, Daddy's coming home. And he had this belt, it was a trucker belt. He said, CLB on it.
Yeah, you remember it.
So scared of that belt. We deserve every bit of it, but it made me who I am today. But I think it stopped around 3 or 4. They actually just listen, So it's a little different.
Yeah,
with Zion, you just gotta take stuff away from her. I don't think they even work. I don't know. But disciplinary, it took a while to adjust.
Yeah.
And I had to teach you.
Yeah.
Because when they start talking back to you, because the whole point is I come home and say, hey, don't talk back to your mom. They ain't. When I leave, So I taught you to pop them in the mouth. And I know it hurts you because you're like, come here.
Yeah.
I just take 2 fingers. It ain't really hurt. It just let you know, get that lip right there, They won't even be talking back to you. But guess what? It stopped. I think it took a month.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just me, But anyway, after discipline, we had to adjust what? What else? Oh, yeah. Just everybody's space.
Yeah.
We had to teach the kids to say, hey, I need space.
Yeah, because
they took it too far.
They were getting on each other's nerves. Just to be getting on each other's nerves just because they can.
Because you and your sister didn't argue.
No, we didn't. No, and I wasn't sure how to handle that because we just...
Me and my brother and sister argued.
We didn't argue.
But it's just a certain respect level too. So we argue, but we're cool to like 5 seconds. But I had to, and then my parents understood that. So I try to tell you, I understand that they're going to fight. Mm-hmm. They're going to argue.
Yeah, I can.
But the reason why you and your sister, y'all won't together all the time.
No, not all the time.
So you were really a single... only child.
Yeah.
Somewhere spoiled in her ways. Never got a spanking.
I didn't require a spanking. I was a perfect child. I wasn't perfect.
I wish your mom had got on you when you started putting ketchup on everything.
Okay.
I mean, not everything, but Anyway. But yeah, so I had to let her know that, hey, kids gonna argue. We just gotta teach them how to argue. And then what else? Oh yeah. So with the boys, mm-hmm. They wrestled.
Oh my gosh, I cannot with the wrestling. I cannot. I know boys are gonna do it. I know it, but I can't watch it. I'm not that mom. I can't.
The thing is that they're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
So they start arguing, fighting. No. Let me tell you that. They're not arguing, fighting. They wrestling. They are playing, but they didn't know how to play.
Yeah.
That's when it became an argument.
Yeah.
So I caught them wrestling like it was bad.
Yeah.
Like, Eli was on the ground. They were playing.
Their neck was about to
Eli
snap.
And Cameron jumped 2 knees right onto his stomach, and it was just and they laughing about it. I was like, okay. So I said, explain to Kansas. I said, all right, what I'm gonna do is we just move everything in the living room, and I taught them how to wrestle. That's the only time y'all horseplay is with me. So I move everything out of the way, and I taught them how to wrestle. I just start off with just pushing each other to the couch. Whoever get to the next couch wins, and you got to stop and be okay with losing. And I taught them that, and then they're like, "Oh, good job, Cam. Oh, good job, Eli."
Right. I remember that.
And then you actually watch it, and you're like,
Yeah.
I know you still didn't like it, but guess what? If we don't do that, they're gonna do it.
Oh,
anyway.
I understand it completely. I just
do it anyway.
I can't.
So
watch it.
And then I of course played with them too, but I think they did good not doing it behind our backs and stuff like that.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Cleaning. Go ahead.
Yeah, cleaning's another story. If y'all have tips on how to encourage children to keep themselves in their property area, rooms, whatever, clean, put them down below in the comments because
so hard.
It is a struggle with so
Especially
many.
with the 3-year-old now.
Yes.
Because Izzy, she's a rampager.
She's a little tornado.
Oh my God. So that could be a whole nother episode. Maybe we can sit down and talk to somebody that keep the house clean because that junk's rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
We done everything.
Yeah.
We done everything. Done everything. And God bless us with, this is our second house. Got more room, And I think, everything's going pretty good. Because I don't think we never had a problem with loving each other. We may have a problem with, I don't know who can say that now, but with one particular about keeping everybody equal, treating each other the same from the outside family.
Because just because we get along with blendedness doesn't mean that the outside world, friends and family, are going to get along with it.
And some people didn't get it.
Yeah.
So even with my family, they get it. But at the same time, since I still have to remind them. So sometimes you got to keep your family in check themselves. Yep. So you do one thing for one, to me, you do the other. Don't come here to lavish them, one with gifts and then the other one's looking. That's where I'm passionate about, because you're not going to do that. You're not, because the kids, they don't know how to process that. You may understand, like, that's my child, that's my grandchild or whatever, but they don't understand it. They're going to look at it like, why did this person don't love me? And then that's something they take with them when they get older. It can bring insecurities or whatever, because they think something they done or something how they look or something they have to process that information themselves. Yep. And so we try to keep our friends and our family in check, as far as our blendedness, and we have some rough times.
Yeah, it can be exhausting.
Yeah, but I guess
especially when you sound like a broken record.
Yeah. But everything's been
everything's pretty good though overall. Good.
So what else? I think that's just about it. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. We're open to interacting with you guys, and yeah. Did we have any arguments during this time? I don't think so.
Nothing heavy. No. Just we had discussions. But not.
But we also try not to argue. We sit down beside each other and say, "Hey, I have a concern."
Yeah, we show our point of view.
Yeah, because I'm real big on if we face each other, it's a versus in between us. It's like Mortal Kombat. I'm on this side, you on this side. Right. I don't care what you got to say. I'm going to a fatality. I'm going to take you out. But if we stand beside each other like we on the same team, I'm on the same area. We just talking about it.
Right. We want the same things. We want the same outcome. So we might as well not argue about it. Work something out so it works for both of us.
Right. And it's not one of us saying, this is the way it is. Right. This is the way it's going to. No. Just because the man is the leader of the household doesn't mean make him a dictator. A leader be able to take in other people's information and trying to decide upon that.
Yeah. Because we know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Absolutely. Because I know when it's time for you to lead. I know it's time for me to sit back and say, watch.
Yeah, be my...
Not watch, but...
Be my puff daddy.
Yeah. Take that. That's how we, that's how we discipline. One of us is puff daddy,
Yeah.
No, you kids, you sit down. Take that. Yeah. Bad boy, baby. But yes, y'all leave a comment, subscribe. Maybe we can come back on this topic. Y'all have any questions, anything? Because it is hard. It can be hard if you don't go about it the right way. So remember, it's God, spouse, kids. At the end of the day, I don't care how blended you are. Your God is first, and your spouse is second. Not below the kids. The kids will recognize that, and then you are making unhealthy kids at the end of the day. Your spouse is first because your kids are first. Really, you think about it, if I take care of my wife, they see that, they're going to have healthy relationships in the future. And they're going to understand that this is my wife. When we discipline them, what I say to them? What, like when the boy disrespect you, what I say? You know what I say?
Yeah, he said, are you disrespecting my wife?
My wife.
Yes.
Not your mother.
Right.
My wife.
Right.
Don't talk to my wife like that.
Right.
Don't huff and puff to my wife like that.
Yeah.
Facts. I don't play that. If she don't do it either.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
No. And then we disagree about that. We'll talk about it later. But at that time, she right. I'll be like, oh, baby, no. That's
right. No. And we don't argue in front of the kids either. We'll go.
We won.
Yeah. We'll go discuss something, not in front of the kids.
Right. And please, guys, put your wife first. Please, women, put your husband first. Because those kids not going to be in the house forever. I seen. Oh, you look at the stats. A lot of divorce happen when the kids get out because they don't know what to do with each other. They ain't learning each other. People change, and now it's like a whole new marriage when the kids leave because you don't have no other focus point. Your focus point should be your wife. Your kids second. It's okay for the kids to be second. Well, first off, God, but it's okay for the kids to be third. It's okay.
I mean, if you have a godly,
you still get a trophy
and a godly wife, then it shouldn't be an issue.
Absolutely. You're right. High fives on that. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Allison, our producer.
Can we just talk?